So I was checking out Rachel Jeantel, if I'm pronouncing her name right. I was checking out, her testimony in court towards the Trayvon Martin case. And I'm the type of guy, I don't like to judge a book by its cover. I don't judge people. I think we all do to a certain extent, but I try really not to judge people on the way they look. I'm one of those people where I'm gonna watch your character, I'm gonna watch your body language, and I'm gonna watch your actions to determine who you really are. And when I saw her, I was like, I hope she's not one of those, kind of, ghetto, don't really have no type of mannerism type of black woman, because with this case here, she's the key witness. She's a very intricate piece to this case, and it would be detrimental to the case as a whole if she messes it up. And I checked out the case, and sure enough, her mannerism was was a little off. I don't know if anybody has told this young lady, but there's certain ways you address things in court. You say, yes sir, ma'am, blah blah blah. You address things a certain way. You don't talk like you stand on the street corner, with your friends, or you just, in the street somewhere. You conduct yourself with mannerism, and you have to speak a certain way. And that just comes with getting old. Just like for myself, when I go to work, I'm very professional. I speak certain ways, and then when I'm, watching a game, or I'm on, the street somewhere talking to one of my friends, I have a whole nother dialogue at times. But she came into the courtroom, first of all, she said she didn't want to be there, which, I mean, hey, that's the way she feeling, that's the way she feeling. But she came in there kind of with an attitude, she was very smart by the mouth. She was saying huh and what, which irritates me. And I had to correct my little cousin the other day about it, because I can't stand when people don't understand something that someone's saying and they say huh or what, like that. That's kind of a pet peeve to me, because I think at a certain age you should know how to address certain things. If you don't hear what someone says, or you don't understand it, say excuse me, or can you repeat what you just said, can you put it in layman terms. There's a way you go about addressing things. And she played into the defense's hands to a certain extent. What I will say is that she was consistent in her story, but at the same time, she's lied on several occasions. She came in there with a bad attitude. She lied about her age, and she's retracted several statements that she's made. Now, George Zimmerman's lawyer knows she's a key piece to this case. So what he's going to try to do is basically discredit everything she does. So, if he can say certain words to make her slip up, or make things not add up a certain way, or just like she did, play into his hands with the whole attitude, and, not showing a level of respect in the courtroom, that's going to benefit George Zimmerman. And, I wrote something pretty much what I'm saying in this video on Facebook today, and a lot of people was agreeing with me. Some people had different outlook. I got my boy G Man. He basically was saying that people shouldn't be attacking her, and they should be going after George Zimmerman. And I understand it. I understand where he was coming from, because I do think people are attacking this girl. They've been attacking her before she's even got to the case, to the courtroom. But my whole thing when I was responding to him is, this is not the time for her to crumble up. This is not the time to come in there with an attitude, or not conduct yourself in a certain manner. I understand she's gotten backlash, since this whole thing has went on. People probably have threatened her, all kind of shit. Cause I can understand where she's coming from with that, and probably just kind of fed up with the whole thing, especially being 19 years old. A lot of times, young kids are not really, the maturity level is not there yet. So a lot of times, stuff like this, with all this adversity coming at it, they don't know how to handle it. So, I can understand that point. But at the same time, I'm not going to excuse the fact that the way she portrayed herself in the courtroom didn't have an effect on this case. You got to remember, you got 6 women on the jury. Okay, I believe pretty much all of them are white. I think they said one might be mixed with some Hispanic or something, but you might as well just round it off as it's a whole all-white jury. And everything she does, everything she says is going to affect this case. Then, I found that she didn't even attend Trayvon Martin's funeral. She said, she has a hard time going to funerals or whatever, and she didn't want to see the body. And, to me, I understand that, but it's like, if you were the last person to talk to this boy, before he lost his life, to me, if you were a true friend, you would push yourself to go to the funeral. Just like if it was, your mom or, a close aunt or whatever. Even though you might not like funerals, you're going to do what you have to do to make sure you can attend that funeral, because this is the last time that you will be graced within this person's body and within this person's spirit. So, to me, if she was a real friend, she would have pushed herself to do that. But, that's a whole nother video going on to a whole nother side of the ball game. But, basically another thing I wanted to say is that you have to be very wise of people that you bring into your life, whether it's friends, whether it's someone you're in a relationship with, or just people in general that you bring into your life. Because I'm sure Trayvon Martin, when he was on the phone, he didn't think like, yo, this is the chick that is going to have to testify for me and be an eyewitness in court after my life is gone. So, this just goes back to show you that, you really have to have people who are grounded and will really fight for you to the end of your corner. And a lot of times, young kids don't understand that, you want to be with the popular crowd, or you want to be well known or have connections. It's not until you start to get older that you start to, weigh out and leave out people who are basically don't bring anything to your life, substance-wise. And, we just really have to be careful with that. But, I just hope that she does better in court, and she stays on point with her story. Because their whole main thing, the defense thing, the whole thing is to discredit everything she does. Make her seem like she's somebody who is uneducated, try to twist her words up. They're already attacking her. So, I just hope she stays on point, because, you got to have some education in a case like this. You got to have some common sense, and you have to know how to conduct yourself. And, like I said before, I give her the fact that she's young and, the maturity might not be there. But at the same time, she's very critical in this case. And what she does affects his case, whether you look at it, from Zimmerman's side or Trayvon Martin's side. And, I'm a type of guy, I'm going to speak the truth. I'm going to speak from my heart. I'm very passionate about certain things. And I'm not going to, lay down. I'm not going to just accept things. And that was one of the things me and G-Man, was talking about. We didn't get into no argument, nothing like that. It was just, I agree with what he was saying. He was agreeing with things I was saying. I just had a slight different way of where I was going with my point. And, basically he was saying that, the justice system is not going to do anything for it. And, I understand that to a certain extent. But that being said, that doesn't mean we lay down. It doesn't mean we stop fighting for the cause. It doesn't mean we stop thinking of tactics to overcome the things that we deal with every day in this country. And, you know, like I said before, you know, it's easy coming on here talking about, you know, things that the black community do and, you know, things that we need to change and blah, 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 and basically bitching and moaning. And it's another thing to actually come out here and speak the truth and actually come up with solutions and point things out. Anybody can complain, but not everybody can come up with realistic solutions and point the truth out and be able to dissect it and break it down. But, you know, you guys give me your feedback. I will leave a link in the description box if you guys want to check out, you know, the video clip or whatever of Rachel Jeantel, excuse me. If you guys want to check it out, I will leave a link in the description box. But give me your feedback on, you know, how you felt she handled this whole thing in court and where you think it's going to go next. I'm out, y'all.